It's a welcome treat to be back on Innovation Way, which is also called Via Conti, in Scandicci, Florence. We're back at the home of Powersoft, where they've been for the best part of 25 years, celebrating their 25th anniversary. I'm privileged to be joined today by the R&D Director, Claudio Lastrucci, who's joining me to talk about how Powersoft have coped the last 6 months, but more importantly, are definitely going forward. The start of the year was a big 25th party. Thank you for inviting us to that party. And
did you have fun?
Kicking it, we had fun. It just reminded me how old we've got, though. I mean, I remember meeting your dad almost 25 years ago, Mr. Chiappi, and thinking, where did that time go? 25 years, my word. How about yourself? Does it feel like 25 years?
No, but I can see that the 25 years behind also.
We were quite shocked by the events in Lombardy and Veneto back in February. You're one of the 3 founders of the company, and you've got a lot of responsibility in terms of keeping Powersoft going. How did you deal with the changes at that time, with everybody working remotely?
Let's say that we have been experienced a blackout period, but no, actually, as a full stop, of course, we had to keep in mind and follow the restriction of COVID restriction. That was about a month. Most of the people still worked from home, except for the ones that could not really. But actually, the restriction lasted something like 1 month, not so much more. And just after the COVID restriction, we went back to populate the ambient.
You made up for lost time?
I don't think it was a lost time. Again, I'm always positive, so of course this is a very bad thing, what's happening worldwide, but it gives you the opportunity to reflect on things. Every bad happening, in generally speaking, usually has also some side positive effects. And I always try to see the positive effects. Course.
You've got everyone back in the office. Was there a change in direction between, stopping work for that period and coming back to the office? Had you had a period of reflection where you think, now we need to do this differently or change something, or was it back to work and carry on where you were left off?
We usually have a medium long-term plans on what we do. And we expect that this is going to change things in the medium term, not so much in the very long term. Probably some habits will change. So it's not, we hope that it's not completely changing the world situation. So let's say that what we were doing before is what we are doing and committed to do today. There have been some changes in the medium-term decision, not in the long term, because of course I firmly believe that this thing will get back to settling to the origin almost completely.
What have been your main personal challenges?
In the period of restriction, for sure, not having people to see face in face is a challenge, in my opinion. I like to be with people and exchange ideas and conflict with the people to have the best from any side. So that's something that is challenging. I think the other challenging thing is the pressure in the mid-term, in terms of timing, to find, I don't want to say escapes, but at least some sort of shortcuts to mitigate the effect of what's happening nowadays on the market, because of course everybody in our business is more or less impacted by what's happening. So you have to find a way to not be a victim, in a way that you can survive properly or still allow to invest money in a way to be more present and then more stronger after.
Let's move on. Let's talk about the products about this year. Tell us about the catalogue currently and how it's seen you through this year.
Quattro and Mezzo and Mover, those are the hot products now, especially because They go on a certain kind of application where less, of course, not focused on live entertainment, more about installation, domestic but commercial, and let's say medium, small size in installation that suffered less in this period of time, probably. It was good that we had some product like this that allowed to balance also some lack of results somewhere else.
Are you adapting to a world in which we have to live in, or are you waiting for the virus to die out?
Let's say half and half. Let's say that, of course, we adapt because we have strict rules and we follow the guidelines to be as much as possible sure to not get contaminated. Those are the rules of that we
Currently,
at least
yes,
currently.
Yes.
Now, as I said, some rules are defining market rules are defining which is the attention that we give more on certain kind of market instead of others. Yeah. So that's what, meantime, it's necessary to be done also to keep as much as possible the shape, previous shape, of course, of before COVID. On the long term, something probably, because maybe there will be a little mind shift. I don't think that things in 3 years from now will be so much different before than COVID.
Many manufacturers, of course, it's stopped product development right in its tracks. Has it stopped any particular area of your product development, any avenues you were pursuing? Because you probably thought, well, we're not going to sell in that market for a long time. Let's just keep that on hold for a while.
I would say that we didn't stop anything.
No?
No. Probably we had something, meantime, because of this.
Now, very importantly for yourself, how have you changed?
Me?
Yeah.
Myself?
Yeah. What have you learned?
You must be able to also change the mind quickly. I mean, not radically, but at least be able to see from even more sides the opportunities. That's what has been pushing topic lately. As a lifestyle, not so much. No. Also because basically we stopped for 30 days and then back to work as before, except from logistic changes and mask that I usually wear.